Our next guest is one of the masterminds behind the most shocking, controversial, and entertaining websites of our time.
Here to discuss the new riveting documentary, The Field, is CEO of Worldstar Hip Hop, Lee Q. Odinat.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So before we get to the documentary, we have to talk about your site because, I mean, it's amazing. It's taken the world by storm. You have over 25 million viewers a month. How did you come up with this idea, and why did you decide to create this website?
One of my inspiration was YouTube at the time. They just signed a deal with Google, and I realized that the success of accurate videos will be, taken to the next level, and why not jump into space? And I found that the user-generated content is booming.
But given that your site really focuses on the whole gamut of the industry, from news to music videos to user-generated content, why do you think specifically it's so good at reaching that audience? What's the magic? What's the secret?
It's organically grown. The audience are very real. They want to adapt to something that's going to give them that real authenticity of the culture of hip-hop and urban streets. So, and also, we also give out the good, the bad, and the ugly of what's going on in our communities.
So is that juicy gossip, you mean?
Yeah.
Sold.
What's the craziest thing that you've ever seen someone post on your site, and are you ever shocked by what people put up?
I mean, we've seen so many across our emails, and we filter out which we can use and which we cannot. But yeah, it's the invention of grammar is crazy.
Well, what does that tell people that is?
Well, we got some videos which will show beheading and animal play, and it's sick. It's a sick world,
So not just twerking videos. This is
nah. Twerking is mild.
Yeah. I just was watching one today where these guys were playing pranks on people on the streets, and they were getting punched for it. And people they were like, "No, it's a joke. It's a joke."
Yeah.
And it was like too late. They're like, "Bow!" I was like, "Oh,
exactly.
talking about." Oh gosh. So
wow.
why did you guys decide to go from the video streaming site and things that you've been doing into the world of documentary film?
Yeah, I feel like it was our time to show people a different side of us because, we're known for our user-generated content. So why not create original documentary to show people that, yes, we can also go to these neighborhoods and capture the story, like our Field documentary in Miami, which we're releasing August 18th.
Wow. And so I guess what we can all appreciate about the Field Miami is that you really take viewers beyond South Beach, right?
Yeah.
Beyond the clubs, beyond the hip-hop scene that we see, on TV all the time.
Yes.
But why is it important for you to bring viewers and audiences into that world? Why is that even important?
I feel like it's going to Miami, like myself, I know when I go to Miami, I just go right to South Beach, like most Americans that do visit the city. And I noticed that, a lot of these other towns are overlooked. They don't get no attention, like Opa-locka, Carol City, Little Haiti, Little Havana. So I feel like it's our job as leader of the internet space for entertainment to, get their voice heard as well and talk to these local artists and these OGs like Uncle Luke, Trick Daddy, who also play a major role in the Field documentary.
Well, we have a clip.
Yeah, it goes back to what he did before, I guess, with the website, just giving the voiceless a voice, I guess.
Exactly.
Well, let's hear a little bit of those voices and a clip of the documentary.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
People come from out of town to come here. They don't really get the full effect of Miami by going to South Beach.
I love my city. Miami Dolphins, Miami Hurricane, Miami Heat. Sorry, Florida Panther.
How you don't embrace that? How you don't embrace Miami? What is you glorifying if you ain't glorifying your hometown?
It's kind of like a disconnect between the streets and then the other side of the world.
They tearing up our projects and moving people out. A lot of people go to South Beach, they don't come across the bridge and see what's going on in our community, from in Overtown.
So what do you hope people get out of this documentary?
I'm trying to bring awareness out to the community leaders that their voice needs to be heard. Like this is a cry for help, and these kids are attached to guns early age, and their role is to protect the family and their loved ones, and you can't blame them for that, even though you try to teach them what's right and wrong, like going to school and and read books. But it's very hard for them when all they see around them is violence.
Sure.
So I want to bring awareness. That's my job, is to bring awareness to the masses that tend to overlook these kids and these inner city communities.
Well, a lot of times we see all the beach scene, we see the parties, we say it's a great place to go, and Benito Miami, they say in the song. But what was the most intriguing thing that you actually learned about Miami while doing this?
Most intriguing thing is that, you know, these kids here that go and then try to be entertainers as well, but this holding them back is trying to, you know, get over that hump of poverty and police harassment that constantly are going on in these communities. And they just want to just live and go to work, but it seems like, you know, police brutality is holding them back, and their surroundings. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, I want to start here in Miami. Well, we started in Chicago, and I want to go in different cities throughout the country.
That's great.
This is our second installment.
So like
Miami.
Baltimore, Chicago. But I know that, I mean, you're a really well-connected guy, and celebrities seem to notice what you're doing. So can you tell us anything about the feedback that you're getting, you know, from your famous friends? Yeah,
they love it. They want to be involved, and they want to come to their city where they grew up, in different parts of New York, Oakland, L.A., and, you know, we're going to take each step day by day, and we're going to eventually try to cover all the major cities in the country, and then also go international.
Well, you already mentioned Uncle Luke was in this documentary, Trick Daddy, Gunplay. Was it hard to get them involved in the project, and how did you go about deciding who would appear?
Well, once the word came out that we were going to shoot a documentary in their city, a lot of them reached out and said, hey, I want to speak up, and they want to talk, because, you know, Worldstar hip-hop is a major influence into the hip-hop community, and a lot of these OGs love what we're doing, because we're bringing that authenticity back and that realness back in the web for people to get on and listen to these guys speak. So Uncle Luke and Trick Daddy was very happy to be on it.
That's awesome. And so, as you mentioned, you know, Worldstar has become so popular because of the crazy user-generated content.
Yeah.
But you've also become the go-to place for record labels, right? To just release like new albums, new tracks. I mean, how does it feel to be chosen over like more traditional music outlets?
It feels great. You know, I believe that since we captured, you know, over 30 million, you know, people a month come into our site, a lot of these record labels know that, you know, to get, you know, to be seen and heard worldwide, you know, you have to come to either us or Vivo. And, you know, a lot of artists come from Worldstar Hip Hop who got their first break and become, you know, international success through Worldstar Hip Hop.
But what do you say to some of the critics who think that your site is really contributing to the decline of the African American culture because they want to keep it hidden? They don't want people to see these things that go on behind the scenes.
I mean, I come from that era too. My mom was very strict. I'm very Haitian descent from Haiti. And my mom was very strict on a lot of things and kept me sheltered away from the reality of the world, you can say. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, we can seek that anywhere, and you can't sweep dirt under the rug. You know, it's going to still be there. And like I said, with Worldstar Hip Hop, we do bring awareness out so those can see and maybe help educate and learn that, hey, I don't want to be in Worldstar and that light, you know?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know, there's ways so you can be careful, because there's camera phones everywhere. It wasn't like it was 20, 30 years ago when you can get away with running a red light. You know what I'm saying? Right now, cameras are everywhere, and you have to think twice if you're going to go have a couple of drinks at night.
That's true. That's true. So you have the documentary. Your site's doing so well, but that's not the only thing you have going on in the works, right? You're partnering with Adult Swim to do a Worldstar hip hop show that's debuting in November, right?
Absolutely.
What can you tell us?
Details.
We want to know.
Okay, so we're going to be doing a show with Adult Swim. It's going to be more of a parody show, which
parody of hip hop.
Well, hip hop stars, celebrities.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it's going to be more like a real TV type with these artists being themselves in the space. And yeah, we're looking forward to that. We should be starting production around November.
I'm sure it's going to be hilarious. You know, it's also been rumored that Russell Simmons wants to make a movie about Worldstar.
Oh, yeah.
Is that true? Tell us, what details can you give us on that?
Yes, Paramount Films came at us last year to do a motion picture, and we just recently secured Russell Simmons' involvement. He heard the script, and we pitched it to him, and he fell in love with it instantly. And
what is this be about, your life and your rise?
No, it's going to be more like a comedy. You know, we're trying to bring that old school style, like from the 80s or John Hughes.
Awesome.
I think the movie.
Eddie Murphy. Oh,
yeah.
That's so fantastic.
You be making any cameos in the film?
I'm sure I'll make some.
I'm sure this guy would do one if you want.
Yeah,
let us know.
I'll be like Alfred Hitchcock. I'll probably appear somewhere in the back.
Oh, that would be so much fun. But I guess, can you remind us all, when can we see The Field Miami?
Yeah, you can tune in August 18th to watch the field. It'll be coming soon on worldstarhiphop.com.
All right, we'll make sure we check that out. And all the other content you have going on.
It's amazing.
Can't keep
all right,
up.
congratulations.
Thank
Keep up the
you.
good work.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for joining us.
All right.
And we'll be right back with more Arise Entertainment 360.